we've discussed on the show before. We live in a building with a ton of comedians, and we've all been effectively stuck in the same 3 apartments.
Same 3 apartments.
I was going to try to sneak you in with the big intro.
Oh, sorry.
Whatever.
Can't hide
I
this
messed it
guy.
up.
You can't hide.
I can't pass up a musical number.
Definitely not.
If they click on the thing, they'll see him featured. Then, there's no...
MK Paulsen is here.
I am here. I live next door.
He lives next door.
I was all they could get.
You're the safest choice.
The safest choice. But still, should I be over here? Probably not.
You know,
I think it's like that thing that people have been kind of edging their way back towards like people's doors and being like, "How are you guys?
Yeah, what's going on over here?"
Y'all seem okay.
Well, I mean, the neighbors have had like full-on parties, so I'm sure
They're putting up inflatable pools.
and the Ratatouille situation going on the neighbor's patio.
Oh,
It's
man.
Like, if
It's a real
if I don't get
Ratatouille of
corona,
a
I'm probably
Ratatouille.
getting the plague.
well, I'll just say,
The hantavirus.
I fucking killed a rat last week.
I heard about it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It's like you tortured one and it's a presumed dead.
Yeah,
It's
I
one of
guess I did sort of kill him the way they kill Jason Voorhees at the end of every Friday the 13th.
Right.
Like, I didn't see him dead, but I tied him up in like several bags and stuffed him in a box and taped that shut, and then another bag.
That rat bursting from that tomb like angrier is totally a
I
possibility.
feel like it's like I'm a gun owner. It's like, or like I'm very much against gun rights until I need one, and then I'm like very much against killing animals until I need rivers to suffocate some rats.
Until
in the
there's
back.
rats. Yeah.
You can go buy a pellet gun legally.
I'm gonna.
And they fuck shit up.
I'm gonna.
Pellet gun
Go to
could
the
kill
valley.
a small animal
Dude,
easily.
yesterday, like 3 nights ago, there was a rat just hanging on the wall like fucking Spider-Man, and I was like, I was like, if I
nasty
just had a pellet gun, I'd be like Lee Harvey Oswald down
You're
there.
honestly gonna get one? I was fucking joking.
No, I'm gonna. Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude, that's so not safe. You live in a fucking cul-de-sac of fucking porches.
Nah, man, I just want one of them Christmas
You're gonna
Story
fucking-
Red Ryder fucking BB guns. That's
You're gonna
all I need.
break out.
Oh,
a fucking
man,
window. The thing is, you can't use that because that's not strong enough. You
Well,
have
dude,
to buy a pellet gun that shoots the fucking.
I could knock the
point-
fucker off the wall with it.
Yeah, but that won't do shit.
When I hit it with a bat, it will.
Do you ever?
Well, it's not the BB isn't gonna kill it. It's
I
not
don't-
gonna incapacitate
I just
it.
need it to come. See, he was hanging on the wall. You understand?
Yeah, I do. How
So
high up was
It was all the way. It was on the balcony of the neighbors,
Yeah.
the next door neighbors, and I was like, dude, if I could hit it with a pellet gun, it would fall. and
into
then
the neighbor's porch, and then it's their problem.
He was doing some. He was doing some rock climbing. He actually had somebody belaying him. Up the wall. It's very,
rat buddies.
It was like a Ratatouille situation, except instead of into cooking, this rat was really into rock climbing.
It did have a heart of gold, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, usually all those damn rock climbers are like real Christian too.
Did the
so.
mouse traps not work?
Nah, man. So far,
You should get the sticky traps if you really want to beat
I've
them
got-
with a bat.
Yeah, I've got the
those-
poisons.
I can't. Those are so bad, though, right?
Right.
Well,
Aren't they
you just
supposed
have
be
to pull a
inhumane?
river. You just have to beat them with a
Yeah.
bat afterwards, or let them starve to death.
Yeah,
those are the two options.
I was gonna get a shovel because I don't want to mess up my bat.
Yeah, that's a good point. You do have a nice bat.
The bat is for like people trying to break in.
Yeah,
It's a human bat.
Yeah, it's a human bat.
not a rodent bat.
And a baseball bat, so we can play stickball in the street.
Yeah,
Yeah, you borrowed one of the bats from the rat that wanted to be a baseball player.
It's Stuart Little's bat.
I've never been so glad to live on the other side of the hallway.
Oh God!
You know, we don't
Yeah.
get rats over there. We don't get them because we don't have a fucking feed
drawback.
a buffet for rats.
Well, you've got street urchins.
See, my whole
Yeah,
strategy.
we got to hear a lot of homeless.
My
yelling.
whole strategy with the rats was just to wait for it to get so hot that they actually had to leave. I thought that
That's
would
not how
happen.
it works.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, if it gets about, I feel like it gets like to 120 on our patio.
That's when they have
in
for
the
the
middle of
inflatable
summer.
No. The heat draws
I
them
shall
out.
outwait the rats.
The rats stay in the hole during the winter, and then when it gets hot,
Yes.
they come out to eat, dude.
I think some people have the same theory on coronavirus. Like, it'll get hot and then it'll just leave. It'll be gone.
No one gets sick in the summer.
Sunlight kills them, the rats.
They could.
Throw some bleach out there.
You know what? Bleach is not a bad idea.
That isn't a bad idea.
I got
some fucking bleach and some Coca-Cola or something.
Yeah. I used bleach in my arsenal when I was gathering. I didn't end up needing it. I just had a broom.
Yeah,
So,
you were so excited when you heard that there was a rat in there. I was like, "Oh, it's time to go to war." You're like muttering about going to war.
I turned into the Ultimate Warrior. I was like, the air smells
crazy.
like combat.
Yeah, it was
I
crazy.
guess I also subconsciously I was like, I bet Rivers has this rat situation under control.
we all assumed.
Oh, I've got traps of different varieties and sizes out there, and I haven't seen one. I don't really like. I hang out up here mostly, so I haven't been down there, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen one in a couple days. So
Rats
Yeah.
are smart. They know not to come over here if they keep getting fucked up.
yeah, that's true. I got the little poison dish out there, so
Oh, yeah.
I haven't
Good.
checked it. I'll check it when we go out there and take our picture for the episode.
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Hopefully we can take a picture of some dead rats.
Well,
that'd be fun.
Well,
right?
those theoretically is the poison works slow enough so they like actually will like go to ground and
they'll
stuff
go
like that.
fucking die in your wall.
yeah.
What do you think the over/under is on the rats leaving once the pool goes away?
Oh,
Zero.
yeah.
Zero.
You think zero?
Zero.
That's why they're out there. One of our
I
neighbors.
think it's the water.
That's what I was saying. One of our neighbors has, for those listening, one of our neighbors has a inflatable pool, and they've added about, I would say, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 5 to 10 new children to the house.
Oh, yeah.
That were never there, but now there's
Eight's company.
now there's a short bus full of kids over there, and they're splashing around in this fucking little like 2 inches of water out in the backyard.
The rats
And that's
are
what's-
literally synchronized swimming in the,
That's what it is,
in the
dude.
kiddie pool.
It's like just any
like spitting little bits of water out when
Yeah.
they do like the backstroke.
Yeah.
Very passionate rats we have.
Have a little swim cap.
Yeah.
Michael Phelps.
This is an urban drinking hole like the way you see in documentaries
Yeah.
and stuff. Just all of the vermin.
Pretty
of,
soon we're gonna have a warthog problem out there. A Timon and Pumbaa situation coming down to the
Are
watering
warthogs
hole.
attracted to like bouncy houses because there was one back there?
And I think there's a second pool down there. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
was
there's
telling
for
you,
sure a second pool.
There was kids in bathing suits going down the hall
Yeah.
that way. So
yeah,
it's
I've
like,
seen wet footprints in the goddamn hall. They had to. They sent a letter today. Actually, we
I
got
know,
a letter on the door.
It was a big day. We had a double notification.
Double
day.
notification.
Yeah, a lot of
We don't. We
notifications.
usually it's just a single notification, but double notification.
have you noticed
day.
all these notifications are about the same like couple family?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
same
For
two fucking apartments.
For sure. I mean, nobody in my apartment's even on the lease, and I think that they're probably like grateful that we're there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm in the same situation. Can you hear the karaoke machine from your house?
It is next door.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
I sing along to it. I'm like, well, you can't beat them. You got to join them, I guess.
What do you think has been the most powerful performance?
I
since,
don't.
They're all bad at singing.
I don't
They're all
exactly-
real
Yeah.
bad at singing.
I don't know what's going on. It's like it's a small room. You don't need to amplify the sound at least that much. But
They're drunk
Right.
as shit. You
Yeah.
can hear it in their voices too. I
It's-
don't even know what language they're speaking. They're drunk as shit. I can tell that.
Yeah, well, I think it's because there's just so many people over there. They have to amplify to drown out just the regular ambient noise.
You also,
I mean-
these people need to be entertained. There's
Yeah.
like a bunch of them there. You need to put on a show every 30
For
minutes.
sure.
MK, have they always partied hard, or has this
I
started
feel like
since Corona?
I feel like they stepped it up a little bit since Corona, but they would do shit like that from time to time. I mean, one time I came down. Did you see this? One time I went downstairs to the parking garage and they were just having a quinceanera in the parking.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that
I remember
happens
that
all the
I remember-
time.
Just
it was
like
shaking
they had
our floor all day.
No, I one time came down to move my car, and there was a bouncy house in the
in the garage.
In the garage?
Wow.
Because normally they'll set up the bouncy house across the street in the park
Where the rats breed.
where
Well,
the rats breed, but this time it was raining, I think, and so they just had a bouncy house in our garage, which is just barely tall enough to fit like a large truck.
I was going
Like,
to criticize him for having a quinceanera in a parking garage, but I do run a comedy show in a parking lot, so so I feel like I have no room to
I
criticize.
think you've probably brought people more joy than a quinceanera.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
don't know, man. I've seen a big ass one down there where there was like 300 people.
They've
Yeah.
had streamers, balloons.
I've seen it's not just one. I want people to know who are listening. I've seen this about 3 times a year, every year.
Have you
since
ever
I've
seen
lived
a
here.
party in the laundry room when they still had the futon down there?
I haven't seen a party in the laundry room yet.
They used to have a futon there. Since they've moved that out, I haven't really seen it. But
Yeah.
like teenagers used to get fucked up in the laundry
Yeah,
room.
dude.
yeah, why wouldn't you? Yeah.
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 I mean, Rivers, I know you have a hammer party in the laundry room from time to time.
Well, that's just because the fucking the damn washing machines will start eating your change, and if
Yeah.
you get a hammer. We have what's called a laundry
I
hammer.
thought you were listening to MC Hammer. And I was like,
yeah. It's just me doing the
My
Crab
Right.
dance, yeah.
I'm in the parachute pants doing
My
the crab dance.
invite must have been lost in the mail, Rivers.
we've been doing all kinds of stuff since this quarantine's happened.
Dude, I've been saying for years that we should have an open mic in that laundromat. There's no reason not to.
There's a reason not to.
Not now, but you know what I mean when comedy comes back, if it comes back.
Can you imagine someone doing their laundry during the middle of the show?
Yes, I can. And I think it's
so my
hilarious.
sad, ugly dick can't get hard, and they're just like, God damn it. Gotta get my fucking clothes out of this dryer so fast.
Should we set up chairs in the garage?
I haven't set foot in the laundry room since there was feces discovered in the washing machine.
Oh, that's from last year though.
Which was about, I'd say, 8 months ago, 9 months ago.
That piece of feces is still there, but
not old enough. If you're asking me. I don't think that news can get old enough.
No, it's hard not to think
forget.
about.
Yeah,
every time I go down there, I check it for shit now.
Yeah.
I mean, shit on my clothes once. Shame on me. Shit on my clothes. You know how that goes. I mean, I don't know. I remember when we were going over the theories of what happens, they probably just ran the machines a bunch and then it just disappeared. That was the theory.
Run it on hot cycle.
That was my
just
thing.
evaporated.
That is what I said because things that we know are true. Poo is susceptible to the water.
Thank God we got our sharpest scientists on this one.
Oh my God!
Where do we live? What is going on with our lives?
Well, so I was going to say, if y'all are enjoying this, MK, you have a great
some hot news. We were going to come up. Well, the other day I heard you guys having fun, and so I sadly went to your door and was like, "What's going on? I miss people."
Yeah, because all your roommates have, and I'm sure you covered this. Everybody should go wherever you're listening to this, search and subscribe to Roommates for Life.
Yeah. It's spelled the number 4 LYFE because we wanted it to be impossible to find.
You're like that. You're like that band! Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
Yeah.
Exclamation point! Yeah,
I believe they're referred to it.
Yeah. They made themselves impossible to Google.
Yeah.
But go check out Roommates for Life. So I'm sure you've covered this, but I'll ask you here just in case people aren't up to date with your pod. You're kind of on your own over there in number 7.
Yeah. Well, four of us live there. We're down to 2 of us are just there. The other 2 are with their girlfriends, which seems like a coward's way out. Am I bitter about it? Absolutely. Just leave me for dead.
I think
with the rats.
a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are, and it's going to either end in them breaking up or them getting married.
And I am for sure a little resentful, but I have no right to be. And it is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have been talking about Corona babies too. There'll be a rash of babies born in 9 months. It's something on Twitter.
If you're fucking smart, you would know not to bring a child into the
Lord, during the apocalypse.
The world is demonstrably a bad place. You shouldn't be doing that. Get a rubber, babies.
Yeah, but so I came over, I heard you guys, and I knocked on the door and we started squawking, and I mentioned how gay Twitter had been aflame.
Yeah, as well. To be fair, gay Twitter is always
always a flame. Yeah, it is,
absolutely.
Yeah, it is on fire, actually. But no, people were up in arms because this one porn star named Billy Santoro. This is the gay porn update from old MK Paulsen.
No, this is why we need you here.
Billy, he's one of my faves.
Sam knows. We don't ask why, but Sam knows.
You just got to check every couple of weeks. You got to make sure.
Billy Santoro XXX. Well, apparently he had what's called a 25-way Easter gangbang, and on Easter Sunday.
All right.
And
that's one way.
People were like,
celebrate.
"You're giving the virus to people."
25-way is amazing.
That's about as far from social distancing as you can be.
Right.
Yeah. Even the 25-way gangbang.
Even the WWE's not doing battle royals right now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, guys, have you heard this? That they are finding the coronavirus in semen.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh God. All right. Well, fortunately,
That gave pause to the room.
Yeah. Think about that, boys.
Yeah.
Not drinking cum anymore.
I was about to say, I'm done with playing with my own gum, I guess.
That's definitely more of an issue for some of us. Anyway.
to be fair, I believe as long as you're not snorting it, you should be fine because the stomach acid will kill it.
I'll mix it down with some bleach, y'all. It's fine.
Oh my God.
So,
Billy Santoro.
What's been the repercussions on?
So apparently
on
there
Twitter?
were none.
Well,
What can you do?
People drag him on Twitter.
Well, so this is I sent you the article, Rivers, but
Let me find it.
It's from thesword.com. Anyway, I think it's a sword or something like that.
not
But so
the band.
I didn't realize this. I had just seen people talking about it on Twitter, and then I read this article, and apparently his response was, "Guys, this wasn't actually filmed on Easter. This was filmed like months ago."
Oh, okay.
But then a lot of other porn stars are like, "You for sure filmed this on Easter. You're lying right now. You don't have a 25-way gangbang you're just sitting on to release."
yeah.
That is a good point.
You know?
Yeah.
You're sitting on a lot of things in that 25-way gangbang, but you're not sitting on the video. To release.
I would love it if like dudes are like, they're like fucking each other and they're talking about Dr. Fauci and it's like, no, this was filmed in December. Yeah. Like, it's just something like.
But so I guess that's how he kind of schmiegled his way out of it, was saying that it was pre-recorded. But a lot of people are like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he backs it up with what? Just my word. And my word is my bond.
My
Okay.
fuck.
Well, there's at least 26 witnesses if you count the camera operator. What are they saying?
Well,
The thing that's actually funny about it is when I Googled it, that there's more articles about how people are upset that he's been fat shaming than there are about the 25-way Easter gang.
Oh,
Dude.
we're all gonna die.
Ever since people have been gaining weight in quarantine, the fat shaming thing has come into the forefront of don't mention anybody's body. It's like,
Yeah.
fucking shut up. Why are you so ashamed of yourself?
Yeah.
just I'm not meant to be seen right now. Okay, I'm just trying to survive.
I feel good about myself. Just don't mention anything. Don't mention the word fat.
Yeah.
Just don't say that at all, and I'm fine. I feel
Yeah.
good.
It's nice to get fat again for like the third time during this.
Absolutely.
It fucking rules.
got a
Like,
great
Welcome
excuse.
back, Connor. Welcome back.
welcome
We've
it's so
back.
nice. It's a hot tub that they kept warm, you know?
Me, I'm losing weight. No, I made
lost a
breakfast
couple
burritos
pounds.
for 10 days the other day, and they lasted 2. So that is...
Wow.
Are we talking 5 each day or maybe
we were
8
talking-
one day?
Yeah, we were talking. I had made 10, and I was planning on eating 1 a morning, and they lasted literally 2 days. I think they made it 48, 60 hours. Something like that. I realized I need more than 1 breakfast burrito a day, more than 1 BB a day.
I can't do food prep if it's something that's delicious because I'll do
Yeah.
the exact same thing.
Doing chili has helped. It's weird
Yeah,
to
'cause
just snack on chili.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's
it's
nothing. Chili's not one of those things that you eat and you're like, I need a fuck another bowl of chili.
Brother, yeah. You load me up with 6 more bowls. Like, I'm good for a while.
This time of year, no. In the winter, I can get 2 bowls of chili down in
Yeah.
December if it's the air has a crispness to it.
I'll just have some hot cocoa.
Sitting over there for
avoid-
3 months drinking hot cocoa.
See, I'll have both.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Rivers.
Hey, I ain't the one who smoked eggs.
Yeah, well, they were good.
How did that go, by the
Wait,
way?
you smoked eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is smoking eggs?
Like barbecue smoke.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I put eggs in a smoker. I cracked them into a piece of tin foil and put them in a smoker.
Does it work?
It cooked them.
Was it good?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like the texture because it was kind of like a hard-boiled egg, which I don't
right.
like that texture, but it tasted decent.
Yeah.
Because eggs
Like
are
a good jerky.
Eggs are so eggs are fatty enough to absorb the smoke like flavor.
Yeah.
Because I also put a protein
makes
shake
sense.
in there, and it did not absorb any of the smoke. And I thought it would because the milk.
Yeah. Check out LA Comedy Life on YouTube. Sam
Isn't it-
smoked pasta, an orange.
Baked the cookie dough out of ice cream.
You really set the internet on fire when you made the cookies from the cookie dough ice cream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
which
people were on board with it.
I mean, I think it's a thing a lot of people had never thought about before. I had never thought about it till the night I filmed the video, and I was just really high, and I was
Yeah.
eating ice cream. I was like,
Like
wonder if
most
you-
great ideas, that's how
definitely
they
was
start.
This has to be the highest thing Sam's ever done.
I was like, this is the highest.
Not even close,
Not
but
even
I was
close.
very high.
I was like, this is the highest thing I've seen in the Tri-County area. Pretty high.
After the first video, I was like, I should purposely get really stoned before all of them so it looks crazy. And that's what I've done. I'm going to put my face.
You have that look like before you even click it, you look like insanely high.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. And I'm going to give a little spoiler. In the next couple weeks, I'm going to be putting my face in a mound of Kraft mac and cheese dust.
Oh.
For my next drink.
Hope you don't put YouTube out of business. We can't handle the traffic.
Please, just at some point before you do it, just say hello to the cheesy guy.
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
video is going to be called Cheese Scarface. I think.
Cheese face.
Cheese face.
Cheese
Nice.
face. Before we move too far away from the weight loss thing, I did just want to play. There is a little video from the. It should be noted the Scientology capital of the world, Clearwater, Florida.
Oh wow! I
there
thought it
is-
was
Not
Los
here. Yeah, I was
Angeles.
gonna say, not here.
I thought it was down the street.
No. Well, no, they have all their assets in Florida because Florida, if you go bankrupt, they can't take your property.
And they probably have no state tax.
Yeah, because they're a religion. But yeah, this is outside of. I believe this is outside of a gym in Clearwater, Florida, and these are.
Hey, JB, there's about 30 some odd people down here, and what they're doing is they want phase 2 to get underway so the gyms can reopen. They don't think it's right that they can't go work out. You see the sign Freedom for Fear. They want the gyms to reopen in the area.
Jesus.
Earlier, they were all down doing push-ups, squats.
I saw that video and it is extremely funny.
It's hilarious. We'll put it on our Twitter at the Good Spot so you can see it.
It's on par with the bazooka at Subway.
Oh God, yes, the guy who went in
Yeah.
the.
If you're a
Is that
Sub-
legal? I looked at that and I was like, what?
no fucking way is that
You can't
legal.
just walk around with.
If you work at Subway, if I worked at the Subway, I'd just be like, dude, you can't bring weapons in here. It's the fucking store policy. You can't come in here with an
Yeah.
assault rifle. It doesn't matter if it's illegal. I'm not going to allow you to bring a gun in the store. You
I am top priority
leave
in
your-
the store.
Leave your fucking gun on the sidewalk and come in and get a sandwich if you fucking want one that bad.
Yeah,
Dude, I mean, if he'd listen to you, if he'd hear those words,
Yeah.
then I mean,
The thing is, they would fucking be like, "Suck it, bad, bad, bad."
Oh, yeah.
Instantly, they don't understand the difference between public and private like laws or rules.
Oh God, yeah. There was a story today that in Van Nuys, 2 people went into a Target with no mask, and the security guard was like, "You got to go," and they started fighting the security guard, broke the guy's arm and shit like that.
what?
Oh.
Yeah,
Jesus.
So shit's getting fucked up out there. I mean, most of the stuff that I pulled for today, I just I don't want people to think that we're piling on the red states, so I got a bunch of California bullshit.
Well, they just extended the stay-at-home order till July.
Yeah.
Through July, right?
Yeah,
Through the end of the
through
month.
July.
Yeah, like for instance, Sam and MK, y'all are both from Texas. Could be rightfully described as
Texas.
quote unquote rodeo boys.
Yeah, I have a tattoo of the state of
Sam
Texas
and I are
on my
rodeo
arm.
boys. We'll see you down at the rodeo. We are the opposite of rodeo boys. Were you ever? Did you ever do the like cowboy country?
I
thing?
lived in Austin,
Okay.
so no, that was
Yeah.
very. The only people that did it, and Rivers says this sometimes. The only people that acted like country cowboy people were rich people.
Yeah. It's
Who would-
redneck
Oh
face.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that at the tour guide, Joe.
Oh yeah.
Mineral Wells. I've been to rodeos. There was barrel racing was real big with some of my classmates.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, barrel racing.
What is barrel racing?
You horse race around barrels.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like a course, and you just like go around the barrels.
It's like a
and
horse
kind
obstacle course, of
Yeah.
course.
Oh.
Of
You have to
course.
like do like a hairpin turn around the barrels, basically.
And apparently, it's bad for the horse. Like, it's gonna
Oh,
be bad for
really?
the-
Next, you're going to tell me tying a rope around a bull's dick isn't good for it.
Hey,
Let me ask the two
those
Texans
bulls like it.
here. So who's a better horse rider? Is that the term, horse rider?
guess.
Horseman?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Are you a
Jockey.
horseman? Or are you a
I'm
seasoned-
not a horseman, but I've ridden a horse a few times
I
in my
have.
life.
I rode a horse once, and it just kept eating grass.
Yeah.
It
Yeah?
did not want to walk.
I wrote a
It liked
sketch
eating grass.
about a horse cowboy guy that led tours in Runyon Canyon.
Uh-huh.
So that kind of makes me an
Just like
expert.
Charles Manson.
Oh yeah, I always forget
Your
they
Red
do
States
those.
listeners have just turned off now. They're done.
I was gonna say both of y'all have great hair for horse riding. I'd love to see it.
I
you
do
know.
think, I mean, a part of me is like, I should move back to Texas and run for politics as a Democrat, but get real country with it. I look great in a cowboy hat.
I was gonna say,
I look
you-
great in a
yeah.
cowboy hat and some Wranglers,
Yeah.
and I could get some votes.
You could be
Yeah.
the less crazy, like the less crazy Joe
Yeah.
Exotic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just get guns, have pistols and shit.
I don't know how Joe Exotic had well, I'm sure you guys have covered Joe Exotic.
A little bit,
boy.
but go off. Yeah.
I mean, as a gay man, as a gay,
Sure.
first of all, it's like, how do I have no boyfriends?
And he's got
Joe
two straight
Exotic-
ones.
Two straight ones. I can't even get a gay one that I don't like that much.
You don't have a bank account full of illegal money that you got from selling
true.
tigers,
Well,
and you aren't
it's
buying
also-
meth and
That's
giving
what
it to street
people are like.
guys.
But I mean, is meth that good? Like,
yeah,
apparently.
people.
It's also a
people
charisma.
ruin- yeah.
It's like when Jeffrey Dahmer gets all like the wedding proposals at his sentencing and stuff. It's crazy. Attracts a certain amount
Yeah.
of.
Well, and also you have to think in a town like that, if you're
Yeah.
the one, you're the gayest man in the town.
yeah.
Right.
You know, then you're
Any
it's-
town I go to.
This is from Shasta County. Governor Gavin Newsom has informed a California county that it cannot reopen after 2,000 people defied the state stay-at-home order this past weekend
Beach,
in
right?
order to attend a rodeo. Pictures showed large groups congregating at the Cottonwood Mother's Day Rodeo in Shasta County. Many attendees sat close to one another without face coverings. These are just quotes from random people at the rodeo, but it is funny that the first one's name is Don Johnson, so picture that how you will. Don Johnson told KRCR, quote, "We have constitutional rights. We have inalienable rights given to us by God." Daniel Warner said, quote, "This event has been going on for 50 years. It is tradition for probably most of us. The rest of us that are here, I mean, they're just tired of being cooped up for so long."
I think you need to do the next quote as a very high-minded British person. It feels a little weighted.
Well, I just wanted to say.
tired of being
well, no,
staying
this
inside.
is motherfucking Shasta County, California.
Where is Shasta
yeah, where I
County?
was gonna ask
That's
that.
very very top of the state, like right near the border of Oregon.
People think California is like a super liberal state. Once you get outside the big cities,
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
so-
fucking
Yeah.
redneck.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! You don't even have to. I mean,
Orange County, baby.
yeah. San Diego is fucking redneck as shit.
Well, they got a big military base.
Oh,
there.
I got a San Diego story that's real fucked up in a second here. Yeah, so anyway, they had this big old rodeo. Oh, okay. Yeah, the next quote, let's see. "If you're worried about everybody that you've ever come in contact with, why would you even go outside?"
That does seem like something a British person would say.
It sounds so rational. All of
Yeah.
a sudden.
Well, in the video, the guy
I agree with this man.
in the
you can't keep
video.
people locked up. It's not right, is it?
In the video, the guy who said it did have the most neutral accent. The other two were pretty close to life, which definitely does make me think of that David Cross bit of like the redneck accent is everywhere.
That's a hilarious bit. I love that.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Cottonwood Rodeo said it provided hand sanitation stations. Oh boy! And the Shasta County Sheriff's
What a
Office. There's what's fucked though. The Shasta County Sheriff's Office confirmed that it would not be enforcing the stay-at-home order. So the sheriff's is just like, yeah, fuck all y'all.
The problem is every rodeo has a face touching contest.
Yeah, that's true.
And a cough in each other's mouth contest, too. Yeah.
Once Gavin Newsom learned of the rodeo, he announced Monday that the event directly led to a delayed reopening for the county. So he spanked him on the ass, which is, cool, I guess. It's like fucking do something about it. You know what I mean?
The thing is, it's not going to change anything.
No, of
there.
course not.
Yeah.
It just makes his like liberal voting base being like, yeah, you tell those idiots. And
Yeah.
it's like, it doesn't do anything.
My big takeaway is that Shasta County put out hand sanitizer machines, and the Chipotle I went to the other day had a dry hand sanitizer machine, and I was furious. So I want to cancel that Chipotle hand sanitizer machine.
Dude, you go to the places like that right now.
That has been my one indulgent. Like I always order online, and they have a contactless
Oh,
pickup.
okay,
But
yeah.
so you go in, you just grab it and go. And I'm getting the points by ordering. I have a Chipotle account.
Because I walked by a Subway, which is the same sort of thing. You go down a line, pick your ingredients, and there's like multiple people waiting in line in there. And I was like, this is fucking a disaster.
Yeah.
This is where you're going to get coronavirus from the
Yeah.
fucking spinach at Subway.
Yeah. That's why I've been doing I've been doing the online thing and just going and picking it up.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
And I will say it's actually hasn't been busy whenever I've been in there. There's never been more than one person
That's
at the
nice.
line. So
I got one from San Diego. This is from KUSI down there in San
Kusi.
Diego.
Radio Koozie.
Radio
Kusi.
Kusi.
Hi y'all, we're some West Coast liberals. Radio KC. We're coming at you hard with the news, pun intended.
We're gonna have Devin in here with the weather. Koosey, koosey, koo.
We'll hear your Koosey forecast.
Koosey traffic updates.
Y'all, it's gonna be hot.
This is my version of a West Coast pod.
Yeah, the pier. We're gonna have the Koosey mullet throwing contest. Last Thursday, deputies responded to a reported disturbance at a Food for Less around 6:30 p.m. They arrived to find a shopper wearing a mask decorated with a swastika flag, according to San Diego County Sheriff's Department. When the deputies asked for the symbol to be removed, the man complied, according to the sheriff's office. The man's name was not released. So first of all, hit the cops if you're such a big man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're going to rock a damn swastika, fucking punch a cop.
What a
Those
bummer
are
that
probably
must
his friends in the KKK. Let's be honest.
Well, that was the other thing. Oh, I haven't even gotten to the KKK yet because that is also involved in this story, too.
Yes.
What a bummer mandatory grocery run. You're like, fuck. Like, I guess I need to get the rest of my groceries.
But all I have is this one face mask. With a swastika on.
Was it like one of the
found in the street.
one of the high school things where they just like turn it inside out?
Yeah.
yeah.
You're wearing like a fucking Cartman t-shirt and then you flip it inside out. Real thing that happened at my school in 1997. But
They would just make us take the shirt off. We
Dude.
walk around shirtless all day.
I was talking about South Park merch the other day with my friend, and I was like, "What? They still sell it?" So I was like, "What new South Park merch do they sell?" You can buy a shirt of Stan jacking off a dog. Remember that episode?
Red Rocket,
yeah,
Red
yeah.
Rocket.
You can buy a shirt of a dog being jacked off.
Yeah, I remember them making people like turn inside out the ones that just said beefcake. Like just where it had Cartman going beefcake.
Yeah, there's
like,
nothing offensive about that.
Nothing. And they would like my school literally would like call people to the office and be like, "We heard you were wearing a South Park shirt."
It's just,
so.
we know what kind of stuff's on that show.
Yeah, it was literally it. Like, but yeah, but this is where it's fucked up. So the sheriff's office noted that a similar incident also occurred in San Diego just last weekend. On Saturday, a man wearing a Ku Klux Klan hood went shopping at a Vons.
Oh, I think I saw that. I think I saw an
Vons
article
is the
about
widest grocery store. It absolutely is.
It goes.
No, don't.
I would
bring
be
up
like, I was going to
Gelson's.
say,
No,
I'd
no.
expect this at a Gelson.
No. It goes.
Bring up Whole Foods. Those don't count.
It goes Whole Foods, Gelson's, then Vons.
Because they don't have Whole Foods and Gelson's everywhere. But they got Vons all over the place.
Yeah.
Vons is short for Von Kleinenstein.
The store employees repeatedly asked the customer to remove the hood, which he finally did, according to a representative from Vons Stores. Detectives were looking into whether or not the man whose name was withheld broke any laws, and they determined he didn't and refused to file charges. And that goes to your point of it's like, hey man, you ain't in the real Klan, I fucking am. The cops were all like, you fucking poser. I had to go through so much shit to be in the real Klan.
Why can't... It's the United States sucks so bad because we can't even get on board with adopt. Like in Europe, you're not allowed to be an active member of a fucking hate group.
Right.
Like that's a
Right.
crime.
Yeah.
And racists here are so emboldened because they can't face any repercussions for it.
Right. Well, and at the end of the day, they're fucking pussies too. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
punch the cop if you're such a Nazi.
If that had happened in Germany, like it's illegal to even have the
Swastika.
Oh yeah,
swastika.
they
Like,
sent a
he
guy to
could've
jail for teaching his dog to Heil Hitler. For
But
real.
they're also isn't Germany like really
You
good
can
about
teach
like
your dog.
educating people about like the history of the Nazi Party? Like Germany's really good about that, right?
Yeah,
like
hell
They're
yeah.
so embarrassed of the world
they are
wars.
now.
This is from the Bay Area. I got one more, just because I really do
the
want
Barria.
the Barria. City council members in Antioch, California, a city of about 110,000 people, 35 miles east of Oakland, voted unanimously Friday night to remove, and this is the guy's name, Ken Turnage II. Not Junior.
I want to remove him just on the name alone.
Ken Turnage II from his post as a chairman of the City Planning Commission after writing on Facebook, quote, "In my opinion, we need to adopt a herd mentality. A herd gathers its ranks, allows the sick, the old, the injured to meet its natural course in nature. As
to die quicker.
As for the homeless people, this virus would fix what is a significant burden on our society and the resources that can be used." Turnage II later deleted the post but refused to resign. Again, fucking coward. You know, like Sam said, if you're going to post some shit, fuking stand by it.
Yeah.
You goddamn
Yeah.
coward.
Everyone's like taking it as it's like this is my whole like gargle bleach whoopsie doopsie that I said.
Yeah, exactly.
I made a whoopsie.
It's like,
sorry.
dude, if you're going to be a terrible person,
It is funny.
Stand by it.
I like that they're full on just admitting, like, I care more about money than people.
Yeah.
That is
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
refreshing in a way, because normally they try to like cover that up in some way.
Right,
Yeah.
They'll be like, "No, I'm religious." They'll say, but
It's like if you were like quarantined with like a used car dealer, eventually he's gonna get drunk and be like, "I'm full of shit, man." You know that
I
every
fucking
day.
drill back the odometers on every one of them cars, man. During the 2-hour council meeting held on Zoom, Turnage said his personal opinion had no bearing on his duties as a planning commissioner, and removing him would violate his freedom of speech. After the council stripped him of his post, Turnage said that if residents had lost confidence in him, that, quote, that's their opinion, and I can't help that. It's not...
everybody's got an opinion. That's what I say when I'm wrong.
This is the last line, quote, it's not like how it used to be, he lamented, when you could have an opinion, talk about it, and then sit down and have a beer together and talk about football.
all over Facebook.
Man, and there was a time in this country where I could be a fucking psychopath and people just had to fucking put up with it.
One day we're going to meet up and we're going to have a beer and we're going to laugh about
I-
killing all those homeless people.
I swear to God, this is what drives me the most insane about the right. Though it's like there's like there's like these opinions that are so far to the right, and then
Yeah.
like arguably the U.S. doesn't even have like a left wing
No, we
party. We
don't.
have a center party and a right,
And a far right,
and
yeah.
then
Yeah.
there's always this compromise still on the right. And It's
Yeah.
like what you can't.
Yeah.
Like you can't say I think guns are bad, and then the other person's like I think I should take a bazooka to Subway. I don't. And the compromise can't be like in the middle of
Okay,
that.
look, you,
can
should
only bring a
take
yeah.
an Uzi.
You only
to
bring a
something.
handgun.
Yeah,
I love
only an AK-47. But that's it. That is it.
I'll just tape it to my back, and that's it. I won't undo it unless I need to.
Thus saith, what was his name? Fucking
Turnage
the second.
Thus saith Turnip Soup the second.
Thus saith Hunter
the second.
Robard the third.
It's also like I love that he's like acting like a petulant kid, where he's like, I wouldn't miss when you could just say something, and then like the news cycle would keep going, and then you'd just get forgotten about.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm just saying stuff, and no one
miss
cared.
being a shithead openly.
I think we should compromise, and you can take bazookas into all subways,
But not the restaurant,
but
the actual
not a
trains.
sit-down restaurant. Fast food restaurants fine for bazookas. Sit
Not
down.
subways, but the train.
And you know what? I think we should have smoking sections again. And that's,
Subway's a private company. They should be allowed to let bazookas in or not. But if you're riding the subway, bring a bazooka. That's
yeah, all
public-
subways, public transportation systems.
You know
restaurants.
what restaurant had a big deal with gun control? Fuddruckers.
Oh yeah, wasn't that?
They were one of the first restaurants to be like, you can't open carry here when in
Yeah.
open carry states.
Right.
And it was a big deal at the time. This was in like the 90s.
Yeah.
They pioneered a lot of things in the restaurant industry.
Pioneered
I've been
cool
trying to write a
names.
joke for like cool guys that have to hide their guns and they have to hide it in their concealer. Like, I think it's funny. Let me just get out my concealer. Never been able to make it work on stage. Surprise, surprise.
It's been great writing a bunch of jokes during this. That
You've
there's
been
no way of
writing
knowing.
jokes?
Trying, and none of them work. I've like delete them all.
Yeah.
I look at it. I'm like, this isn't. I mean, who's this for?
I got invited to do my first online show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I accept it.
If you just go in and like, oh, I'm going to get weird and have fun with this, like
That's what I
it's actually
figured.
like I don't know. I kind of enjoy it.
I was
Nice.
I was wondering how people are even approaching. Are they just sitting in front of their laptop? Or
No.
I was gonna fucking just do it from bed.
You're
Yeah.
gonna like want to pull out a gun and shoot me right now, Sam. But I'm gonna say, do some prop humor. It works. I don't know. Why. It works when you're on screen. I keep being like,
don't-
hope you guys like clean comedy, and I get out a vacuum cleaner. And
I don't. I'm not mad at you at all. That's great
That's
advice.
great. Why wouldn't
honestly.
you do that?
it's weird because you can weirdly do like you're just sitting. I keep being like, yeah, I've been reading my Bible a lot, and then I pull out the UCB comedy improvisation manual.
Well, so here's the thing about the reason prop humor is so embarrassing is that if it doesn't work, you still have to carry the props off the stage with you. But if
Yeah.
you're in your house,
Right.
it's not embarrassing
Yeah.
if it doesn't
It's
work. It's
like-
like, okay, well that didn't work. You just put it back on
Yeah.
the shelf.
And I think
How
we've all at
many-
least like fooled around with the notion of like doing like video comedy, right?
Yeah,
or like,
yeah.
Visual comedy.
Yeah, the embarrassing part of prop comedy is that if you fail, you have to haul a big ass suitcase off stage.
Yeah.
Right.
While
yeah.
everyone fucking just stares at you.
How many costume changes do you think I can do in 5 minutes?
Oh yes,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah.
You'd probably,
I've done a couple like where the video cuts to me and I'm just yelling off stage like, Kevin, shut up!
I'd like to do that during FaceTimes.
Yeah.
We had our friend at Andy_Vandy 2012 sent me a message with something he'd like to hear our thoughts on. He says, "Hey Rivers, I don't have the Citizen app in my area, but I found this in my neighborhood Facebook page." Which, by the way, I'm coming to find out because if you know,
Citizen's not available all over the country?
dude, yeah, that's what I'm finding out because last week I was like, "Oh, send me." Around the country, I want to hear everybody's Citizen updates. And most people are like, "Oh, we don't have that." I was like, "Oh, so this is just like a psyops to drive everyone in New York and LA insane." Like,
This is the thing where you get the alerts of like danger.
yeah. We've been reading them because
Citizen is owned by In-N-Out Burger.
When they're not horrifying, they're extremely funny.
they're funny.
they're great,
Well, because
yeah.
the ones we've been reading on the show is that, and the joke has been that every day the weapons that people are like wielding against people on the streets of LA
just
are
getting
getting
wackier.
crazier and crazier. Yeah.
Like toothpaste tube tied to stick. I mean, shit like that.
Last week they literally said a guy weaponized a skateboard.
yeah.
So this is from Andy from the Great Lakes. So that's what we're calling him. This is from his Facebook neighborhood page. Hi, neighbors. I wanted to share that we had an unusual knock at the door today. My fiance told me that a white man, mid-50s or 60s, with graying hair, scruff, and thin, knocked on the door with a bizarre story. He claimed that his name was Tom and that he used to live in our house in 2008. He said that he left some credit cards and debit cards inside the walls of our bathroom and some pills in our basement in an open drain pipe down there. It sounded totally bogus, but he seemed to know a bit about the layout of the house. We think he may have been fishing, so I wanted to post to make our neighbors aware. We are renters and have been here for 4 years. We contacted the owner of the house, and he said that he bought the house at an auction, not from someone named Tom. And we also checked our basement and didn't find any pills, and the bathroom was totally gutted and put in new after we bought the house. It's fishy, and probably this fellow never lived here. We'll file a report if he comes back. Please feel free to follow up with me. So,
Well, thank God you got your crack detectives on the case right here.
Why would you not call the
Sam Harder, Carter Glasscock, K. Paulsen, and Rivers Langley. We're on the case.
yeah.
Well, why would you not just call the cops immediately?
Immediately.
Somebody
Yeah.
is talking about I left pills in your basement and I got my credit card in
In
your
the
bathroom.
walls.
It doesn't make for as great of a screenplay. I'm gonna say.
It's like, let's see where this goes. Before we get cops, they're just going to shut the whole thing down.
Yeah.
They're going to help, they're going to find the pills or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, let's let this mystery
I'd love
unfold.
if the guy was just like, "Hey man, I'll give you some of the credit cards if you let me in."
When was this? Was this during quarantine?
Yeah. This is like yesterday.
I left my credit cards and I left my wallet in there. Can I come in, please? Please let me inside your house.
Can I come in and
is
touch
this-
a bunch of shit?
Where is this person at?
The Great Lakes.
Oh, the Great Lakes.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
isn't it like in California, if you like move into, if you even go into a house, you can claim like you live there, and then
Oh, are you talking about
Live
squatters' rights?
I'm like, is that what he's trying to do?
Well, I live here now. My name's Tom. Pleased to
cards in
meet
the
you. They call me old credit card drain Tommy.
Yeah,
Just go find an abandoned house if that's the case.
Yeah.
yeah.
Start living in it.
Yeah, there are easier ways to scam people with credit card stuff. Do it over the phone. Don't do door
I
to
wonder
door.
what he wanted. I wonder what he's just like.
I bet he's.
What if they are so dumb they let him in and he just came inside and started punching a hole in their wall in the bathroom?
Fuck you! Fuck you! At that point, you're kind
Rip
of
out
on the guy
insulation.
punching the wall.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, well,
Oh my god.
that keeps it interesting.
So this is what they have instead of Citizen, huh?
Yeah, the Facebook groups. My mom.
They have Rivers podcast.
Please help us.
This is how they get their neighborhood safety alerts.
Well, no, I mean, we told people, we want to hear this type of stuff because it's important to document the falling American empire and how crazy everything is getting as
it is bizarre
as it goes down.
That's so crazy.
My mom actually has way less kind of dramatic updates on her Nextdoor, where she sent me this thing from my hometown in Auburn from Nextdoor. I live on Cary Drive. Every day since I moved here 3 years ago, I hear Ice Cream Man music from 3 o'clock until 5 o'clock. But it never seems like it's mobile, and I've never seen where it's coming from. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Is there an ice cream truck here?
I keep getting disappointed.
It's literally that. And that spawned like this huge discussion of people being like, I also hear the Phantom ice cream truck.
Damn, do you think it's people just fucking with him, or is there a crazy just noise in this town?
I don't know, man.
Dude, that ice cream truck that comes fucking around here, I don't know if you can hear it from your house.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one.
That's the one, yeah.
They used to pull up and not turn that shit off.
Oh, yeah.
Now they like turn it off after they've been there like 30 seconds. They used to just leave that shit blaring. It was
Oh, yeah.
Is this the one that says soft serve real big on
Uh-huh.
it? Because
Yeah.
I saw that the other day looking down the street and it looked like a golden light. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It nearly got me.
We,
but-
There's ice cream trucks in this town that look like the ice cream truck from Twisted Metal.
yes.
I'm
yes.
not. They're like all fucking rusty and shit, and they look like you would get murdered or get tetanus if you
Hell
ate
yeah.
ice cream from
Hey,
there.
Well,
Yep.
especially like right now, you know, like on your way to go to the grocery store or whatever. I've been seeing a lot of people gathering around food trucks still.
yeah,
And
I mean, some people are saying that food trucks are kind of like going to make it because it's
Yeah.
like a much better business plan than having a brick and mortar place.
Yeah,
right now.
they already
shit, I
they were
believe it,
already
yeah.
doing to go food.
Yeah,
that's
they're-
their whole
yeah.
thing.
They're not dependent on people sitting down
Yeah.
in the damn. There's nowhere to,
yeah, I always get a twinge of jealousy. I'm like, I'm fucking up. I go into the grocery store.
I'm scared to go to the Good Taco Truck. I don't know if it's still even there.
Taros?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Which
I want to
one's
go
a good
so bad.
one?
It's in the parking lot of
the mobile
Yeah,
station
the mobile
on
station.
Melrose
Okay.
in Vermont.
It's
Oh,
at-
I've never been there.
they
I always
bring
go
it-
to the one at the Virgil. The one in front.
Oh, yeah, that was great too.
It's real greasy. I like it.
I like I think I like the parking lot one better.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, the one we went to the one at the Virgil after that we went to the Valley that one time. It's fucking huge. Like
Yeah.
huge portions.
Oh yeah. I like both of those. We got. Hey, listen. If you're listening to this, come see us in LA, baby. We might have heard. We got pretty good fucking tacos.
Yeah,
We'll
and
take you
we
on a
don't
tour.
have anything to do through July.
That's right. Have you guys established like a routine now at this point with how long we've been
yeah,
in?
yeah,
You know what I mean? Or
of
like,
course.
I kind of do, but then it keeps getting knocked out. I keep like waking up an hour later every day until it's like I'm like something must be done, and then I just don't sleep for a night.
Yeah.
and then
I've been doing the
a
thing.
lot of people
where-
have been doing that where like they'll cycle all the way around or
Yeah.
some shit.
I did. I've only done that once. I have been on like a Mormon like schedule where I'm like 10:30 rolls around. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, get in the bed, turn the lights off, play with the phone for like 30 minutes, pass out, and then I've been waking up at like 6:30,
oh, that's good.
checking stuff, falling back asleep, and then waking up
Yeah.
normally at like 9.
Rivers
Yeah.
texted me at 7:30 the other day, and I was shocked.
Yeah, that was.
You're up that early?
I was up that early.
The
I'm
only
so
reason-
glad I was not
hell's
included in that
going on?
Well,
text.
the only reason I did is because I saw you like commented on something like 2 minutes ago. I was like, okay,
yeah.
Sam's up. So I mean, what have you been filling your days with?
I've been, I've taken a sketch writing class, and it's
Oh,
like-
that's good.
It's actually
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of saved me because it's like it's nice to have like I've actually been doing a good job on my sketches and like working really hard to have.
Sure, that's
And
great.
I've generally, I don't want to brag, but I generally am the best in my online Zoom sketch writing
Oh my
class.
god, it's amazing.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's such an obnoxious pat on back. I've only been doing comedy for 10 years. This gal from Topeka sucks.
Who else is taking the class? Is it people you know?
It's all over. I've never
Okay.
known anybody.
but it's
all
groundlings though, right?
I'm doing the groundlings one, yeah.
Okay.
Because they're cheaper. They're
Yeah.
only like 4 sessions, so
Okay. Have you ever taken groundlings before this?
I did, yeah, a little bit. When I first got to LA, I took 1 or 2 classes,
Okay.
but
I was-
kind of stopped.
Yeah. It's expensive. I was taking it right before this happened.
Oh, really?
And it got like cut off in the middle. Like we had like 6 more classes, and they just offered like a refund, or we can just retake the course or something. But something like that now like seems like a better idea because it's just going to be a while. I mean, I don't know, maybe taking the course again, but taking like a sketch course.
I think an online of the online things, like the only thing that's actually good is writing classes right now.
Yeah.
You can actually like kind of get like I think Like, could you imagine an online sketch writing class or an online improv class?
Ooh, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, Will Hines has been doing it, but I don't think he's really doing it like a class. I think he's kind of just
I trust him, yeah.
and
I would
he's,
trust Will,
he's smart
yeah.
and funny. He's just like teaching like the kind of stuff he would teach normally.
Right.
But he's doing it for real cheap too.
Right.
'Cause he's a good dude.
By the way, I got one last little story here. Going back to one of my favorite places, Cujo Key in Florida. This is the Florida Keys.
Oh.
Cujo Key, Florida. William James Nash, 79. So keep in mind this man's age. That's going to be important. 79 of Cujo Key was charged with aggravated assault with a firearm and the use of a firearm while under the influence of alcohol. Deputies say that Nash admitted to shooting a flare gun at a mail process server and his female colleague after drinking heavily earlier that night. But the situation escalated, according to the reports. More flares were fired, each narrowly missing the victims. One flare bounced off the hood of the victim's vehicle. And according to the report, once Nash ran out of flares, the process server produced his pistol and used it to hold Nash at gunpoint while waiting for law enforcement. The male victim shot a video of the incident on his phone, which deputies said matched his narrative. When deputies arrived on Friday after a 911 call, the smell of gunpowder was still in the air and several empty flare casings were scattered about. And a 75-year-old woman at the residence, Carol Plumley Harwood, was charged with resisting arrest and battery after she ran at the victims in the middle of the bombardment and then fought the cops.
And I assume that was the guy's wife.
I would assume, although they got different last names. It says Nash and Harwood were taken to jail. So yeah, I guess his
girlfriend.
Yeah, 75-year-old girlfriend. So this guy is up on a balcony shooting a flare gun at a guy trying to serve him legal papers. And then his crazy ass girlfriend is just like, I'm gonna get you, and she ran at them apparently and started fighting the guy and his partner there at the thing.
Where did this occur?
Cujo Key, Florida.
Cujo Key, Florida.
This is, if you're legally carrying a firearm, I would say this is the time to use it.
Yeah, absolutely.
In what way? If
Subway bazooka.
A guy shoots a flare gun at you. Guess what? You can pull out that 45.
if there ever was a time for gun battles in the streets, I mean,
It's when you're fighting a 75-year-old woman. She's had a good life.
Any different than throwing a Roman candle at someone? It's no different.
just a bigger candle and a guy of a bigger hand.
No different than when kids play with their Roman candles. Also, Spanish update, cujo. I don't know that there's a word, but cuja is bed in Spanish.
Yes.
I bet it's a name, but then I was like, rabbit, that's conejo, which
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think also has a slang term that I don't actually. All right.
Slang.
What's culo mean?
Culo's ass. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
It means ass?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sam,
Because I
did
think,
you learn all the bad
that's
words?
exactly what I was thinking. Because I was like, Kulo Key would be. Gotta head on down to Ass Island.
They have lots of flare gun fights amongst the seniors on
The
Ass
new
Island.
show on Netflix, Ass Island.
They all want to touch each other's ass, but they can't.
Also, all the beaches are open, and apparently hundreds of thousands of people were on the beach on this past weekend down in Florida.
Of course.
Yeah.
Insane.
So, anyway, well, we got to get MK out of here. So
I do. I have an online sketch meetup.
He's got
Okay. Oh, that's fun.
I've got to go flex on some people on the internet.
Hell yeah.
Flex on them, absolutely.
Well, let's. I guess we're gonna call that a show. MK, please tell folks where they can find you online.
I'm at MK Paulsen on Instagram and Twitter. Please check out my podcast, Roommates for Life. That's with the number 4 and LYFE. We do a live stream every Thursday at holdthephone.tv at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Nice.
It's really fun. We play games, do some stuff. So check that out. And check out the podcast. Thanks for having me.
Oh, definitely,
thanks for coming
definitely.
over, buddy.
Sam Carter, where can people find you?
Slam harder on the internet. LA Comedy Life on YouTube. I've been posting videos that are fun for some people.
They're great. They're so fun. I mean, like Sam's really shining right now.
He's having a moment. He's having a moment. I'm Carter_Glasscock on Twitter and Instagram.
Hell yeah. Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. And by the way, shout out to our friend Craig in Roswell, Georgia, for suggesting this past week's Patreon episode all about Prayer of the Roller Boys. Forgot to shout him out in the actual episode. So thank you, Craig. Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. Find us on Twitter at The Goods Pod. And, tell us if there's some old bullshit happening in your neighborhood. We want to know about it. And, we'll see you tomorrow.
something that's kind of a phenomenon, and that is it's not genetic.